Right here with the Bob father himself, Bob Arum. Here, Fury Schwartz fight week. It's been a fun fight week. Tell us how maybe even compare covering a press kind of week with Fury to say Ali, another kind of big performer that you promoted before.
Well, Ali, was something that people have never seen in our time. He not only spoke about his fights and was entertaining, but addressed a lot of social issues. So Ali press conference, Ali media week was always filled with surprises, because a lot of what he said became worldwide news. With George Foreman, people got it was like this big comedian-like character who could fight, and he was an entertainer. Tyson Fury is a cross between them. He's extraordinarily articulate. He's a great entertainer, and he is getting worldwide coverage for this fight.
I was going to say, how easy does it make your job, being that this Schwartz isn't one of the name opponents that everyone talks about in the heavyweight division, but all the eyes are on Vegas this weekend because Fury's hyping it up. How easy is that for you?
All the eyes all over the world are on Vegas because of Tyson Fury, and then my job is to create the opportunities for him to meet with the press, for him to relate to the public. I don't have to do stunts as promoters do. I don't have to come up with crazy themes like you sometimes do, spins to sell a fight. I just make the arrangements with my staff for Tyson Fury to appear and expound.
And he does the rest.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz Jr. Was that obviously you're a longtime boxing fan? Was that a shock for you? I mean, I feel like you've known Andy Ruiz, who was with you guys for a while. Did you see maybe that coming?
No, I didn't see that coming at all. I was totally stunned by it, I must say. I had seen Joshua fight. I thought he was a lot more sturdy than he proved to be. And in a way, it was great, because now people say without any doubt that the best heavyweight in the world is Tyson Fury. Without Joshua, without Joshua, everybody who watched the Wilder Fury fight knew that Fury won that fight. And remember, Joshua wasn't in this. Fury was not in the shape that he is now. So if that fight took place now, I think Fury would be the big betting favorite.
What if Fury were to fight Ruiz? Say Ruiz were to beat Joshua a second time. Now he's kind of free of the rematch clause. How would a Fury Ruiz fight play out?
Look, let's be honest about it. If the Joshua fight had not happened, and we put Fury in with Ruiz, it would be a 30-1 fight, right? I mean, nobody would give Ruiz any chance at all. I still would make Fury a heavy favorite over Ruiz. I don't think that's necessarily a competitive fight.
Why do you feel that? Is it because just Ruiz doesn't have the technical bit, the style? What is it that you feel that
Definitely on another level. Ruiz is a very small, relatively small heavyweight. He has not a great punch, and he has nothing to beat Fury with. I mean, I would say the same thing about Ruiz against Wilder. That would be a no contest.
Well, a lot of people kind of said that about Joshua as well. It's kind of up to Ruiz, I guess, to prove people wrong, right?
But it wasn't necessarily Ruiz getting over on Joshua. Joshua wasn't performing the way other people had seen him perform. He what was he doing in the first couple of rounds, running around the ring with Ruiz, when you have such a big size advantage? What you obviously do is back him up. So, I just know, I don't think Joshua was there for that fight.
Another one of your fighters we haven't seen in a little bit, but looks spectacular. When we did, Lomachenko looked like, I don't know how you can improve on Lomachenko, but he looked even better than he did prior to the surgery. What's next for him? I believe it's Luke Campbell.
He's going to fight Luke Campbell. We're finalizing the arrangements. It'll be beginning of September, the end of August in London.
Is Teofimo Lopez, I know he's been clamoring for the Lomachenko fight. I know you said you were willing to give it to him. Is that pretty close? Do you feel the
No,
Lopez?
He's got to earn it. Teofimo is going to be fighting July 19th in Harbor Island, Maryland, right over the D.C. border, against Nakatani in an IBF elimination bout. If he wins that fight, he'll fight the winner of Comey Beltran for the IBF title, and then early next year or the end of this year, he'll fight Lomachenko.
Nice. How do you feel we're any closer at all, or is Mikey Garcia Lomachenko a realistic fight for fight fans in the next 2 years or so?
That has died as far as anybody from Garcia camp even saying they wanted it. And I think the reason we're pretty close to Mikey's brother, Robert. He trains a lot of our fighters. Mikey has said, Robert has said that Mikey is not going down to 135. So I can't see that fight happening.
One of your, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world right now, Terrence Crawford, just made Amir Khan quit. What's next for him? We want to see him, obviously, with these top guys. PBC is kind of, they're busy with on their side. What can we see from Terrence?
I think that these sides in boxing are ludicrous, and they don't make for good fights, and they don't do justice to the fighters. And I'm not hypocritical about it. We've just concluded an arrangement where our 140-pound champion, Jose Ruiz, the WBO 140-pound champion, you got to make the good matches regardless of which network does it. Doesn't matter. Ramirez is going over to fight Hooker on the zone, which is a good fight. One fight. He wins that fight. He comes back with 2 titles.